So we've got a side leg series now, so I'm lying on one side. I've got some blocks here, so if the area of concern is the shoulder and you are unable or it's just uncomfortable to lie on your arm, then just pop a cushion, pillow, some blocks underneath your head so your head is in line with your spine, okay? Obviously if I haven't got enough blocks and I've got my head off at a little bit of a crook, you can see there it's not quite in line. So make sure if you are using blocks that you are supported in position. Ideally I would lay on the back edge of your mat, or it just encourages you to lengthen through into a straight line as much as possible. So this hand is just nice and relaxed if you are assisting yourself with blocks there. My hips are stacked. I'm going to shift the blocks out of the way for myself. I might need a little bit of a sponge there just to give me that alignment. So my bottom arm over here is nice and relaxed. I'm not pressing into the floor too much. Shoulder, so ear, shoulder, hip, knee and ankle should be in a nice line. If I just tense my shoulders up a little bit, I'll end up like that. So I need to be nice and relaxed. It might be that you need to hold the floor just with a few fingertips to give you a little bit of encouragement and some support. So hips stacked, the first option, with or without the hand on the floor, is to lift the top leg just to hip height, because if I lift too high, I will rock back and I will fall back, okay? I release it down. So I've just gone up with a nice little soft foot, little press of the heel as if I've kicked a ball, and I release it down, okay? I might add an arm, so I lift the top leg, I might float up, flex the foot, and press back down, all right? Point, float the arm, making sure the shoulder doesn't come up, flex the foot, release it back down. Now I'm just trying to keep a nice little lift through here, and that's what I tend to find the arm does. So as you lift up, imagine you're lifting the ribs up to the ceiling, flex the foot, release it down, okay? Maybe going up to stage 2, you might need the hand for a little bit of guidance. So we lift the top leg up. I'm going to try and attempt to lift the bottom leg up towards it, keeping this connected, and then a release down together. So it would be top leg up, zip the underneath thigh, so you've got your adductors of your bottom leg coming up, and then release back down, okay? So you are trying to stop yourself from rocking forward or backwards or lifting too high that you end up falling off your back hip. Okay, so it might be for a while you need to support yourself with that bottom or with that top hand. So we go top leg, not very high, no higher than hip height. The bottom leg joins it. Could I add the flotation of the arm? My core's really working. Bring the arm down, release it down nice and slowly. Okay, so you are working your core, your obliques, your hips, your legs, your backside. So top leg up. Bottom leg joins it. So you might see this, it's called side leg series, semi-mermaid, bit of a mermaid tail theme going on. All right, so you're not rocking back, your hips are stacked. I've often placed beanbags on the hips, so if you lift too high, it does fall off. Third progression, which is very intense for your hips, please guys. So you're zipped up through the middle. So this is where your mermaid tail comes in. Again, using some fingers for support if you require. So legs bandaged together, inside thighs squeezing inwards together as well. And you lift both feet up together. So I've got this core gripping, my backside is strong. I release it down. Now you can see from the height of my legs, less is more. So buttocks strong, thighs pulling the kneecaps, and I lift. Now some of you will not get to this level just because it's too strong for the hips to lift up off the floor. So if I add on legs strong, knees lift up, could I add a nice float of the arm, keeping my neck long? Release, touch down, okay? So working all the areas around into hip and backside, waist, core. Obviously I'm getting some shoulder mobility, which is always an extra bonus, and the movement of the arm is challenging my center a little bit more. So you've got 3 exercises there to play around with. Stage 1, you're just lifting the top leg. Okay, second level, you lift the top leg and then the bottom leg meets it. And then the third level, which obviously is the advanced option, is you're zipped in the middle and both legs go up together. Now, what I didn't mention on this hard floor is that if you do need a little bit of cushion for the underneath hip, oh, that feels much better. Okay, then you can add the cushion underneath you for just comfort. Okay, remember, Areas of concern, areas of weakness, hips, major concern there. So just start off and strengthen the top leg. So when you're lifting the top leg, it's working the top leg only. When you're adding the bottom leg, you're working the inside muscles as well of the bottom leg. You would then swap sides, obviously, to then repeat it on the other side. Okay, you've got a strong core connection as well to keep your hips from rocking and rolling. See how you get on. Level 1, 2, work up to 3 if availability allows that in your hips. Okay, let me know how you get on.